Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi, guys. I'm back. In black. We're gonna go human. So we can get it done relatively quickly. But we'll do a random class. Magical D20. 1 through 9, 11 through 19. 10 or 20 we roll. To 6, that is a ranger. We're going to randomize the features. Here we go. That's a look. It's just an easier to use, smaller models. My favorite pet, we'll go with the Drake, because the Drake has the big tail swipe attack. Ferocity, because it's easy to remember. Raised among the common folk, because it's the fastest. Sure, true parents. I never found out who they were. Yeah, Balthazar, clearly. I'm a Balthazar kind of girl. And we're off. We'll skip. We're going to be skipping through all of the talky stuff. Get us through the key farm quicker, and then we will be heading to
We're under attack.
The Mistburned Barrens, I believe is the name. Which was the last map for Janthier Wilds that came out about 3 months ago. And we're going to run around on that, get some more currency and everything in prep for the new content, which drops on Tuesday. Good evening to whomever has joined me. Welcome to your weekend. Hope your Saturday is going awesome. I'll try not to ruin it too much. I think I'm close enough to get credit. I am close enough to get credit. And just that fast. We're out of the tutorial. I hope you found that enlightening.
Where am I? Progress makes perfect.
Does it, though? Does it make perfect? I'm dubious. I have a new bow. I have some goodies.
The fields beyond.
Talk to them. Grab that. A number of other either new players or key farmers, such as myself.
You got me.
Yes, I did got you. Okay, let's start by dancing with the cows. Come on, you don't dance with cows? They love it when you dance with them. See? They love it. It's Farmer Jeb. Let's really quick water the corn. We're going to have enough corn, or do we come up one short? I think we got enough. Exactly enough. And that's another level. So I've logged in for a Wizard's Vault goodie. And completed a Renown Heart also. I am now level 3. And I am now level 4. So just going to do a little low-key farming tonight. Key farm and then some of the currencies from the Mistburned Barrens map in preparation for the new content dropping on Tuesday. I'll be playing that on Tuesday and Wednesday. But that will be all, because on Thursday, Dune Awakening drops. That's what I'll be playing. Well, tonight I just wanted something that was, low impact energy-wise, and this will do. One more will do. Art complete. I have applied a condition. Wake up. Wakey, wakey. Another level for me. I'll grab the Vista. Another heart, another level. Machine. Hey, fat buddy. Hope the weekend's going well. Sure, we'll swap to another map. Tonight, something you've never seen before. Me doing a key farm. I'm pretty sure you've never seen me do one of those before. Almost positive. And then we'll run around in the previously released Janther Wilds map. Getting some currency and stuff so that when we get access on Tuesday, at least theoretically, to the new legendary backpack.
Check for punctures.
Backpack slash
eggs into the cores.
Yeah, wouldn't want to taste that.
glider. I'll have more of the mats I'll eventually want. Assuming I want to make it, and I probably do.
Another personal victory.
Another level for me. That's 6. I am flying. Not like literally flying. I'm sitting in a chair, but I'm metaphorically flying. Another level. That's 7? No, that's 6. Why didn't it show? Great sword. And we have access to pet management, so we must now rename our juvenile river drake Lamar. Because that's a much better name than Drake. Oh, I finished. Yes, that's right. I made a Lamar Drake joke. I'm old. I don't listen to the music. But even I know about that. New boots. And for those of you who've been around here a while, you know the shtick when I get a new item of attire. It's new dyes all around. Random dyes. That's Glint Sanctuary, Swamp Black, and Morning Glory. Sure.
You must like pain.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there's pain and then there's pain, you know? Go ahead and swap to the precise iron greatsword, I think. Stolen stack of feed. Why would they be carrying stolen feed for the animals? That just seems a little strange. Never thought about that before. It's not like they're going to be eating it. I hope. For their sake. That would be kind of gross. Although I suppose it depends on the feed.
Get over here and help me.
You got me.
Alright, hopefully that is enough of the rescued feed to finish up the heart. Should be. Hi Cassie, how you doing? You're looking good. Art and level complete. I managed to hit the one tree. Uh-huh. Water pipes remaining. We can get a whack in on one of the bomb guys.
Ah, you're kidding, right?
I'll get at least some credit
I feel good.
for this event when it completes. But timed events are not generally very efficient ways of key farming. Unless they're just coming non-stop, in which case you can just sit there and murder them.
How many centaurs?
An example of that would be an awakened invasion.
I don't know. 7. You keep track? Why? Because I plan to kill 10 centaurs.
So it will be an eventful start of June, as tomorrow night I'll be celebrating 6 years of streaming. And as is tradition around here, that will mean City of Heroes and alcoholic leisure beverages. Then, as is also tradition, after a night of beverages, a day of not streaming. Although sometimes I stream after. Most of the time I don't. After a night of drinking, I just have no energy or ambition to do anything. Breathing would be about it. On the 1st, sorry, that is the 1st. On the 3rd, we get the new content drop for Guild Wars 2. And that'll be the 3rd and 4th. I'll be playing that. Absolution. And then on Thursday, at long last, I get my greedy little mitts on the launch version of Dune Awakening. Where are we at? And that will be taking up my game time for some while, hopefully. I've got a new vest, and I've got new pants. Back to the tradition. If I don't like my first set of dice, I have a second set ready to go. Here we go. That's very rangery, so I can't say no. I'll bank the other one. That's burnished steel, olive tint, and jungle. Rat. I'm the unofficial rat catcher. And document bin tidier.
You'll find everything you need here.
Yeah, I doubt I'll find everything I need there. Yay, Dune, indeed. I did enjoy the beta a good deal, so... And that was like... Basically, I played 3 characters to about 5 hours each. A little more. 5 to 8 hours each. Got each one to the second map. Picked up some useful tips on optimizing, not like big stuff. For instance, at the point they make you basically give up your first house and move on to the second one.
Is it just me, or
I managed to basically deconstruct everything in my house into raw materials and pack all of that into my backpack and the storage on my sand bike. Grab that. Another level. We are now level 9. That. Pop back over to there. You know, so that's not a big deal, but it does mean that it'll be easier for me to rebuild my house. Oh, also to use the basically the snapshotting, not snap shitting, although maybe, snapshotting device to make a copy of your house. You can lay out sort of like a hologram, a solido, and just refill it with all the stuff that you just tore down. Basically allowing you to completely recreate all the architectural elements of your house. You'll still have to rebuild the stuff, but you'll have the mats for it. Sell junk. Sell that. And those.
Always a pleasure.
Is it really always a pleasure? I mean, I know she says it. She sounds like she means it, but I'm dubious.
The night sky brings back memories.
Of?
And I expect I'll be creating a couple of characters in the first day or two for Dune Awakening. I will be streaming it, by the way, unsurprisingly. We're going to come all the way over here. No. You have to rebuild, but you don't have to do the layout. The entire architectural layout. It's very similar to the way they do it in Once Human. If you ever used any of the blueprints there. Basically, it gives you this visual image of sort of like a transparent hologram of the architectural elements, the walls, floors, ceiling, doors, that kind of thing. And you move it around and you press the button, and then you just walk up to each element and basically just go click, 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 and it fills them in automatically. As long as you've got the mats. Which is why for really, really cool looking houses and stuff, there will be a market for selling the Solido copies. If you build a really cool looking house, you'll be able to make a Solido copy and sell it on the auction house. If somebody else has one that's cool and they're selling it, you can buy it. And as long as you've got the materials, it's as simple as just laying out the pattern and then clicking to fill in the blanks. Literally, to do the architectural stuff, after having figured it out, it took less than 2 minutes. Lay out the Solido with the facing I want, and then just clicking around really fast. One thing to make sure, if you didn't play the beta, that you want to make sure you do is when you go to the second map to create the required new house, because you have to abandon your old house to create the new one, is as soon as you lay down the sort of control node for the house, immediately, without waiting, change your respawn point to that. As a friend of mine who was playing didn't. He got eaten by the worm. He got sent back to his old house, which no longer existed, and had no materials. It took him a while to get back. And it's easy to forget. I probably would have forgotten. If he hadn't had that misfortune.
I've lived in Beetleton my whole life.
How exciting.
There we go. I'm now level 10. We can now begin the personal story. 25 minutes and 25 seconds. 25. In the year 2525, If man is still alive. That's an old guy music reference? Seriously? Honest? It actually is.
May Alyssa aid you.
Yeah, may Alyssa aid somebody. Sure. Let's go with that. I never got eaten by the worm or a sandstorm. Either one of those, however, will destroy everything you're carrying. If you just die the good old-fashioned way.
There's live music. Any places to eat?
That's not the case. Your gear is maintained. I think it takes damage. I gotta say, I actually hope it takes damage, and I hope damage cannot be entirely healed. I know players hate item wear. I understand that. I understand the reasons for it. But I know the only games that I've ever seen that had a player-driven economy that worked, the two games are Star Wars Galaxies and EVE Online. On EVE Online, when you get blown up, a bunch of your stuff gets blown up. So that is a drain. And in Star Wars Galaxies, items over time, you could repair them, but you could never repair them all the way. And so over time, they would degrade in quality. And that need for new gear meant that you had a market that was stable and could actually function. I understand the reasons that players don't like it. I understand the reasons that developers hear the players who don't like it, and they end up creating economies that are not stable. Guild Wars 2 is pretty stable for a lot of reasons. But there are others where, I mean, for years, Star Wars The Old Republic, inflation was just insane. There was an item, a friend was made it like a couple of billion credits by basically arbitraging between like 12, was it 120? Yeah, between like no, it was between 12 and 17 somethings. I don't remember exactly what the unit was. Basically 120, 17,000, 12. I think it was 12 million. Between 12 million and 17 or 18 million. He would buy when they were low, and then he would sell when they were high. The prices, he learned when the prices would change. So for instance, on the weekends, it was always the prices would go up because people who hadn't been able to play during the week wanted to get access to the stuff. And in the middle of the week, he was able to buy them much cheaper because demand was much lower. And so he was just arbitraging between 12 and 18 million for a crate, a hyper crate. 2 years later, when I popped back into the game, those things that had been 12 million to 18 million were selling for 400 million. So more than 20 times inflation in 2 years. And that's what happens if you don't have things, if you don't have enough drains for your faucets.
If you ain't a friend of Big Nose Ted,
Come on,
you ain't
sweetie.
welcome
Just
here.
one dance. Let's see where it takes us.
Only if you get a job, a haircut, and a clue. And maybe not even then.
Okay, Barmaid Barbara has just dropped the bomb on Uptown Johnny.
Hey, watch it.
He gets the bomb
You
dropped
almost
on him
spilled
again
my
later.
drink.
It's glorious.
You're looking for a fight, because now you got one. Oh,
Get
let him
away
have
from
it.
my dad, cricket!
I'm gonna knock you out and look good doing it.
It's Petra. Help is on the way.
Stupid bandit highwayman. Stupid Uptown Johnny. He does have the best line in the game, though.
I can't believe it.
surrender.
So I know that they want
Pounds
a
into the
functional,
ground like a big nail.
player-driven... Come on, do something. Economy, but the truth is if you don't have
That's enough. I yield.
enough drains for your faucets, it's never going to work. And very few games want to put in the faucets because players don't like them.
Okay. I surrender.
Hey, Big Nose Ted, I got an idea. Let's play a game, okay? You can go first.
Let's play who can hit the hardest. I'll go first.
Yeah, that's what I said, Ted. Gonna hit me? Just gonna stand there. My block timed out. Stupid Ted.
I give up.
Yeah, you'd give up, you loser. We'll skip that. Doodly doopy doot doot. And
Rest, Dad. I'll find a way to
And that's
help you
that.
no matter what.
dang,
If
11.
17 keeps swiping our low-level prisoners, we'll have to start arresting a better class of villain.
Oh, Logan, you're so... you. Alright. And let's see what we've got in our bags of loot. Chest I can't wear. Pants I can't wear. Boots that are slightly an improvement, which is sufficient.
Threshold achieved.
Re-die time. Random dies. Engage. I can't see me. Why can't I see me? I still can't see me. Lemon, taupe, and ebony. Sure, that ought to actually look okay. It doesn't look like it changed anything. That's a weird effect. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. I changed the dyes, but my parents didn't change. Odd. Let's see. What do we want? Yeah, give it a second. And the default, we heal as one is good. How many points? Guard and drop. And we'll exit and we'll see if our colors are fixed. I've never seen that happen before where a die didn't take visually. There it did. Yeah, that looks pretty huntery, I have to say.
Greetings. Good to meet you.
And actually, this is an example of a failed drain. Used to be you had to pay to repair your armor. But it was such a small amount and such an annoyance, they just removed the entire system, which was the right choice. But it never should have been in the game. Let's see. We want to give ourselves access to our Sikkim and talk to the worst seraph in the entire organization, Francis. Francis, who has had bandits steal the stuff he was supposed to guard and wants me to go
Both is our
get it.
strength in you.
And he'll let me keep some of it for my sick friend. Francis is as useless as tits on a bowling ball. It's a phrase of my father's. And my friend, of course, being one of my friends in the
I can
game,
take care of
the
myself.
friends of your
You're the
character
one who
are
just got
always
out of the
idiots.
It feels good swinging his timber again. She's been tucked away behind me for too long. Remember when we used to ride Rancher Meffy's herd? I bet these birds.
Look at those feathers fly.
We need those supplies. It's not just the wound. My dad will shrink. There they go. Look at those feathers fly.
Blasted moas around. Get those stupid birds under control.
Let them all path out. That's path out, not pass out. Although maybe. I'll have that covered tomorrow with the adult leisure beverages. Yay!
Is it just me? Does everything taste better out of silver mugs?
I think it's because it's got that nice, just stolen feel to it.
It's that
Do-gooder from the bar.
Recruits,
Kill this clown!
That sounded like one of the slobs who messed up the bar. They're supposed to be in jail.
You're kidding, right? Well, you useless. Hey, I need backup over here.
Where on earth do you think you're going? I'm dead. I mean, I must have seen that before. I don't recall seeing the guy saying, I'm dead, just before he dies. His timing, however, pretty good. All right, Jake, come get some.
I'm Big Nose Ted's right-hand man. Go. Hey, keep your hands off me. Okay, okay. I surrender.
Hello there, bandit bodyguard. Didn't think I saw you coming, did you? Well, I've only defeated you like probably 150 or 200 times, so.
When you get to the mist, tell him Twitchy Jake sent you.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Don't you know who I am? I'm famous. You're kidding, right? Everything bad.
Doodly doopy
I'll
doop.
see you soon.
Back to Francis. The talking mule. Seriously. That was a thing. Francis the Talking Mule. Movies featuring a talking mule, not animated movies. Presumably from the same geniuses who brought us My Mother the Car, which had stopped broadcasting,
Guys gotta eat somehow.
I think before I was born, but I did see in reruns. And even as a kid, I didn't understand why anyone would watch it. It was so stupid. The base storyline, a guy's mob dies and reincarnates into his car. Seriously, I'm not making that up. Yeah, you know, people always assume that the 60s were the time of drugs. I would say 50s television. Pretty good indicator of a lot of, at least alcohol being used and abused. Up the stairs, turn left, first door on your right.
They're upstairs. Take a left. First door on the right. Quick.
Thank you, Barmaid Barbara. You big whining baby. We're approaching the best line in the entire
Cover work
game.
is tricky.
The best
Pull this
dialogue.
off, you'll have to eat, breathe, think, and stink like a bandit.
We already have... Well, this is a better greatsword. We didn't get any axes. I would have liked to use the axes. I like axe play on hunters. I find it fun and engaging. We got a mace, which I don't think we can use. Oh, that's right, we can use. And new pants, so we will.
Threshold achieved.
New dyes. Now, our current dyes, those are really, I think, pretty huntery. Also, they match my hair. The character's hair, not my hair. I could show you my hair, but I'd have to pull up my shirt. Random dyes. I guess. What we have is eucalyptus, corn silk, and nightshade. Okay. Sure, I guess. I have to obtain a bandit disguise. Fortunately, I know where I can get one of those. First, we go to the village of Shaymore. I'm the hero of Shaymore, by the way. A lot of people don't realize that. I'm also the Slayer of Issermir, the Snaf Savant. Ritlock's new best friend. I can't remember the title they give the Char character or the Sylvari one. Valiant? Is that the Sylvari one? I can't remember.
Trespassing, jerk. Now I have to hurt you.
Why, look, he just happens to be wearing my size. How convenient. Skip it. All right, steal yourself the best dialogue in the game coming up, courtesy of Johnny. And here we go.
I'm Uptown Johnny, baby. Man plus.
She just walks away and then goes over to this guy and shrugs. I mean, he doesn't look like that bad looking a guy. He's just the tiniest bit full of himself, you know? Okay, maybe not tiniest bit. Maybe a whole lot. Incoming!
Hurry up. Blaze wants those fuses.
Drake's getting a little cozy with it. You sure about this?
I have the fuses.
I was, but maybe now I'm changing my mind.
We go to the unfortunately named Blaze. Nominative determinism.
Put those fuses.
Or sarcastic bandits. Giving him the title, the name. There we go. And we're done. Back to Thackeray. And then, in the not too distant future, from Countess and Niece, we get the most horrifying, frightening line of dialogue.
Here's our favorite new undercover operative now. Let's see if the hero Shaymore can shed some light.
That's bad. Ted plans to burn down Vanguard Hospital and Queen's Heart Orphanage. I'll help cover the orphanage. Doodly doopy doo doo.
Ted thinks we can't be in two places at once. That's why the gods and
Chess piece. New dies. shoulder pads I can wear, so we've got like 3 new dyes we can use if we choose to.
Begin destruction protocol.
Let's see if we can't roll up something awful. First random dies. That's pretty bad. We got 2 more. I think we can do better / worse. No, that kind of works. Oh, that's so huntery. 1 more. That's better. That's the kind of thing you wear so you don't accidentally get shot by one of the other hunters during hunter season. I mean, maybe the hunter orange is a safer choice, but I think the electric purple is pretty good. And once again, we'll find out why Francis is the least competent member of a vastly incompetent organization, the Seraph.
The orphanage is this.
Stop them before the fire spreads.
Look at him run, like vermin.
It's the Seraph. Finish the job. Torch the place.
Move!
I'm gonna knock you out and look good doing it.
Poor Uptown Johnny. Just didn't work out for him. The chicks turned him down, and I put him down.
Give it your all.
Math time, kids. How many bombs does it take to set a Seraph on fire?
Another one down. Keep it up. They're tough.
Arson.
They're no match for us.
Someone
Help!
That's it for Blaze. And that just leaves Big Nose
These
Ted.
children have suffered enough.
Fine. You want a piece of me? Come
Stay
and get
behind
it.
the children.
You'll pay for your disrespect.
You'll pay for your disrespect. Nobody disrespected you, idiot. Logan.
Good riddance, you murdering scum.
Now, the orphans, well, they think I'm awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And they're right, really. You get right down to it.
Thanks to you. Cormier bless you.
Yeah, Cormier bless me indeed. Good call. And we're going to find out how awful Francis is at his job. For the millionth time. We talked to Francis.
How can I assist you? What's the situation here?
We got all the people out, sir, but
We got all the people out, sir. He just said. We got all the people out, sir.
Francis, tell me you got everyone
He just
out of there
told
in
you.
time.
No,
But-
sir. Sorry, sir. We got some of the
He
people
lied
here,
to you.
but there were still people inside when it went up.
And now we have one more fight to go.
What to do now?
Well, first we're going to equip the new longbow and see what shields. Nah, shields. That's not a huntery thing. Oh, another shield. I can dual wield shields. And believe it or not, rifles not a huntery thing in this game either.
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
Does seem a touch odd. Generally, a longbow is not considered to be particularly good. It's situational. No better than that for the hunter. Ranger. Whatever the one. Ranger. Not that. Dope. That. All right. We're now having heard the best line of dialogue in the game. Which, of course, is I'm Uptown Johnny, baby. Man plus. We're about to hear the most horrifying from Countess Anise. as she's going to use words in a sentence that don't belong together. Words that bring up images that no one should want to think about.
It's my fault. I never should have sent Francis alone. He's a good man. He's not...
You're too hard on yourself, Logan.
We don't want to hear the words hard on
everyone else.
and Logan in the same sentence, Anise, okay?
To perfection. Why do you...
Just no. Just don't.
Good to see you.
Hey, Jukebox. Okay. I should have been clear. You're entirely right. We know Minister Caudicus would like to hear Countess Anise talking about that.
Wait, what? What's up with my face? And why do I have to be the burned one?
It's not permanent, so stop crying.
Hey, I'm Big Nose Ted, Logan.
Let's move.
Look, the phrase I use for Logan Thackeray is he's like vanilla ice cream without vanilla. The worst accommodations interior right there. You're too hard on yourself, Logan. And he's just, no, please. Mind bleach.
It's coming from below, and that floor grate is moving. So that's how they've been getting in and out without being seen.
See what I mean about how terrible the Seraph are at their job?
Hush, or you'll give away the entire game.
Ted, springing you is becoming a full-time job, you troll-faced goon.
I give her full marks for troll-faced goon. That's quality.
Shield formation. I can't be seen here.
What are we waiting for?
Idiots.
Rush them!
Logan, wait. Don't rush in.
Break formation. Spread out and take them down. Don't dance. Kill. Gods, do I have to do everything myself?
Evidently, you have to do everything yourself, Sarantine. Hit her with the electricity. There you go. Shocking, I know. Okay, how did she knock me back when I was behind her? Did she butt blast me? And victory is ours. Give me my key. 54 minutes and 5 seconds.
What to do now?
$50 luck. What will I be able to spend all that luck on? I'm gonna sell all that crap, throw that away. Let's get out of here. And then we're off to the Mistburned Barrens, the second content patch from the Janthier Wilds expansion. We're going to run around there for a while. We're going to get some currency so that when we finally get the recipes for the legendary back piece, I don't cry like a little girl. I'll cry like a little boy, most likely.
Goodbye.
And we'll grab our Black Lion chest.
Speak quickly.
Assuming we have... Yeah, we do. One, please.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
We are guaranteed to get a Black Lion statuette and a Nash Blades exotic weapons grab bag, which is always a good one to get. When these are your two guaranteed stuff, that's pretty good because you can turn this into at least a little bit of currency. I will get both of those. We'll get 2 commons. Good ones can be the die packs, always the unlocks. We have a 10% chance of getting an uncommon or better in addition.
Real damage.
The new Kaineng set, gotta say, not one of my faves, is the uncommon one. I mean, it's pretty and shiny, but the floral theme just doesn't scream lens. The other is the Dragon Essence. And the kind of see-through nature of those is, I think, a little cooler.
Our deeds are reflected
Also, in the uncommon, we have the Aquarium Greatsword skin, which is a greatsword with an aquarium.
My time is precious.
I am curious about one thing. They have not intelligently created the fish to know whether the sword is horizontal or vertical. The fish think the sword's horizontal. Either that or they're dead and they're just sort of floating. Also in here, the Magic Trick Emote Tome. I always wanted to smack people with an aquarium. Well, who amongst us hasn't, frankly? So, I'm going to click Open. We're going to get a common here, and what we're hoping for is a 5th box to appear, and that'd be an uncommon or better. That's about a 1 in 10 chance. And here we go.
All things have a right.
Sweet, sweet.
No joy in Mudville. It's 5 transmutation charges, of which I have approximately 1,500 right now.
See you there.
The other was the teleport to friend. So that's about as bad as you could conceivably do out of a lockbox key. Black Lion statuette will deposit, and that just leaves us with the Nash Blade's exotic weapon grab bag. Lots of different kinds of weapons you can get in here. Most of them will just be exotic quality trash tier, but there are some unusual skins, and I believe the precursors are even available in here as extremely rares. Yes, they are. I've never gotten a precursor, with a couple of exceptions. I bought the one I needed to make Twilight. I got the precursor for the sword Bolt from one of the legendary kits, and I got a precursor that I've not cashed in the thing for End of Dragons from the Seasons of the Dragons, I believe it was. So, lots of possibilities. Probably going to get deconstructed. Yeah, it is. A Rampager's softwood torch. Hey, at my age, we do not appreciate joking about softwood. Okay? Currently selling for $36. So I'm going to set it here and we're going to deconstruct it. Excuse me?
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Why can I not move it, put it into my shared inventory? Are you kidding me?
What do you need?
But yeah, it was a pretty garbage Black Lion chest. You are entirely correct. How about if I move it from here, can I then move it in?
Speak quickly.
No. For whatever reason, it doesn't allow me to put that in the shared inventory spaces. Why? I do not know. We're going to swap into another character. Real quick, we're going to launch, swap into Spongo so I can deconstruct that item I just got. Yeah, that was a really bad Black Lion chest. Hard to be any worse than that, really. The best thing in it was the Black Lion consolation prize. All right, we'll open that.
This is a find.
My this is a find. Put all those away. Move that over. And deconstruct it. I'm smelling 2 ectos.
Now this is a find.
2 ectos. Which currently sell for 30 silver. You note the item itself sold for 38 silver. I got 2 of these. I made money. And the Superior Sigil of Geomancy is probably not actually going to ever sell for that. Sure, we'll sell it instantly. I'm being cheap. Let's... Give me my money! Thank you. We will now swap to a character who is sitting in the map for the Mistburned Barrens. 1 loose wingnut. It was one of the sets that I got from the Wizard's Vault. And I felt somebody had to wear it. And apparently I didn't much care for loose wingnut. I mean, obviously I don't like him as much as his brother Too Tight. So we're just going to run around here for a while. Grab a couple of the sort of boss meta chains. Yeah, he is still wearing that. I thought I had changed his garb, but I guess not. Oh, somebody's dead.
Be at peace. Your trial's over.
Oh, damn it. I didn't get in time to shoot the Val Raven. That sucked.
For our research. There may be some ahead.
Then let's get moving.
I'll just stick with everyone else then. I won't get the full gain. But it's fine. I'm just planning on running around here anyway, so. And when I choose to play sort of a mindless version of the game, I usually go with Mechanist. I can be effective as a Mechanist.
I feel strong.
And pay almost no attention at all. I don't remember what we have to do here. Tranquilize them. I believe we have to get the tranquilizer dart thing or whatever it is from one of the NPCs, but I don't remember where. And it's not marked because who the hell knows why it's not marked? Not him.
Mow him down.
Sick him.
And I don't know if you get credit if you don't actually do the thing that you're supposed to do. But I don't have access, or do I? Ah, there it is. I take it back. All right.
Right to sleep.
Right to sleep.
Eat my dust.
Eat my dust. So it isn't a person. You just have to realize that they've changed the magic key.
can't breathe.
Why can't I breathe? I think I can breathe just fine.
Strong. Right to sleep.
Right to sleep. Nap time. Got a spooter?
Great work, everyone. Let's get these specimens.
Hey, I got a
to
gold.
base.
I'm special.
Thank you all for your help. Perhaps one day we will be able to prevent this from happening again.
Refreshing.
Refreshing. All right, so that is the end of that little sort of mini meta. Is this one ongoing? It appears I have chosen poorly again, as is tradition around here. If I've got a coin flip, I'm almost always going to lose it.
Nearby, there is a defunct jade construct.
Oh, okay, this may be the start of this little mini meta. Am I done? I have finished the daily.
We had to shut down an entire wing the last time we tried something like this.
See if we can get a couple of weeklies done. That would be nice.
I can handle it. Hopefully. It will require a lot of energy, though. Anyway, let's be off. Oh, and be sure not to enter the valley. Unless you seek an excruciating and instantaneous death.
How can it be both excruciating and instantaneous? Instantaneous means you don't have time to experience the excruciating. So I think this particular researcher is full of shit. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk. Wasn't really much of a TED Talk when you think about it.
But it's resisting. I can feel it slipping through my fingers. Like sand.
Time for me to just start murdering stuff. That was a casual 24K DPS. Pretty much effortless. Which is how I like my combat. I did my time with challenging combat. I was a raider in WoW. I got tired of it.
It's working. We've done it.
We've done it.
I'm sending it into the valley. It's still unstable, though. We'll have to escort it.
Two curious Mersat ruin shards.
When I touched its mind, I felt something. Maybe the source of the agony. I'm not sure. I'll head up the left side of the valley and keep the construct energized. Alia, you go right.
I know they made some changes
Collecting any concentrated
to this little sort of mini meta,
would be of great help.
but I haven't played Guild Wars 2 since about a week after the, maybe two, after the launch of this content, because I was pretty solidly disappointed. The lore, I want to go out on a make sure I make that clear. The lore has been exceptional in the second map and beyond. I think... Oh yeah, I want to have this one. The lore has been great. The rest of it, not so much. I also want to be clear. Whoop! Nope, 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 nope. Yep, that's death. They killed me. ArenaNet killed me because I was talking bad. Want to be clear, this is not the problem with the devs. I think the devs are doing a very good job. There just aren't enough of them. They've pulled so many people off of Guild Wars 2 to work on whatever else it is they're working on.
Did you hear that?
And the game is really, really suffering because of it. That's not the devs' fault. I think they're doing excellent work. In some cases, superb work. There's just not enough of them doing it.
Always keep the enemy guessing.
And the game's really suffering for it.
I cannot tune them out. Pain beyond pain, a crescendo of agony. Their minds cracking under the torment. But who were they? Whom did the Mersat hate so much to do this?
So it's not a Guild Wars 2 team fault. Fault isn't even the right word. They've made their decisions for business purposes, and undoubtedly, I have faith that those are the correct decisions. That does not, however, satisfy the Guild Wars 2 gamer in me. It isn't happy with the state of things.
Keep pushing, Wayfinder. Keep the construct operational. I am unsure how much more of this choir I can hear. The resonance of each strained voice only amplifies the further we go. I now know to whom these voices belonged. A long dead race from the elder days. Perhaps the atrocities committed in this valley unfolded is garnered into full heathens today.
So, sadly, having been disappointed by the last 6 content things they've added to the game,
The valley opens up.
basically everything except the Lowland Shores map, everything else they've done since the launch of Soto has been disappointing. And so sadly, for the first time ever, I am expecting disappointment. We will see. Visually, the new map looks good. But that's a part of the game where they've never really had a significant failure on, so.
I sense an object of massive power power.
The game always looks great.
This is what Isgarin wanted us to examine.
And even though the art team is smaller and more constricted, and they've had to use a lot of reused assets and repurposed assets, I have less problem with that than most other players. Are we live down there? It looks like we are. No, we're not. Okay, he's fighting stuff. We need to get the goodies to help him out. 40k DPS.
If the magic were to falter while you're on them, well, let's just be sure that doesn't happen.
Not sure I can reach from up here. That reached. Yeah, that looks good.
The construct has crushed its first opponent. We are making progress. Come here.
Strong.
Bam! Still standing. Barely.
Winces. Event is successful. Keep the Jade Construct alive. Okay, we're still on that. Is that done? Good God. They really shortened that.
That looks valuable. Refreshing. Eat my dust.
Eat my dust. I don't say that to just anyone. But you guys are special. So feel free to eat my dust. Or not, if you're not in a dust-eating mood. I wouldn't be interested in eating dust right now. I had dinner just before my stream. Part the yawn. Clank, clank, clank. Really? Are you kidding me?
Help me.
Basically getting one-shotted by that thing? Me and L77? Don't worry, dude. If you're not finished, I'll get you up. There we go. We're both up. I have one more whack of the mine. There we go. That was bullshit. Okay, just saying. That was bullshit. I think I burnt through some of these Mersat obsidian chunks. I burnt through one of the currencies to make a set of armor that was good for 150 Wizard Vault goodie points. Also made a couple of the weapons, or bought. No, I bought those. Those were inexpensive. They were dirt cheap. I'll put away these. Eat that. Open those up. And the Valley of Agony survey result chest.
That looks valuable.
Never gotten any of the rare drops out of those. I did a fair number of them. Sell the crap out of my bags. Which, yes, includes the minion of the shaman. Please don't squeeze the shaman. We'll check the south and see if the south meta it has begun.
Heads up! We got incoming!
Mow them down!
Well, they were incoming. They're about to be outgoing. If they're actually alive, I mean, can a chunk of animated rock actually be alive? Maybe? Existential question?
Smell them, Sherpa. Here they come.
Now that's a combo.
Feel the burn!
Burns!
It burns us, precious.
Nice gear.
That's what she said. No.
Ambush. Not happening.
They just appeared and attacked. It is an ambush. It's happening. It's not going to be effective. Ooh, pop the back again. Nice. Put all that stuff away.
This is the only proper course.
I'm not sure it's the only proper course. There are, I think, probably several. There just wasn't enough stuff in this map, really.
Our scouts have been turned back by unusually hostile creatures and spirits
The
along this
three
route.
little
I'll
mini
scan the
metas.
area. A high concentration
really
of bloodstone
minimal.
residue could explain it.
I think Whiskers won't stop twitching. Feel like I'm gonna seize flames.
The creatures here will just not cooperate. Deadly force isn't necessary. Use a rifle from the Doliac to fend them off.
Oh, the rifle from the Doliacs. Yeah, where's the freaking Doliac? Alright, I have a rifle from the Doliac.
Urge to kill rising.
Sonic Pulse, fire Sonic Wave, temporarily forcing them away.
Urge to kill rising.
My urge to kill is always rising.
Urge to kill rising.
See? It's still rising. We'll see if the story, at least tomorrow, sorry, not tomorrow, Tuesday, if we get an actual, like a nice tie-up to the storyline. I'm dubious. I think they're going to give us another sort of cliffhanger, or something as disappointing as the end of Soto was.
Urge to kill rising.
And this is not a remotely interesting event. All right, let's go. Come on. Pick it up. Keep scanning. Generally, nobody likes timed events. Mistburned bee. Pollen, pheromones, volatile admixture. Bees, bees, bees. Not the bees! Ugh. See, this is what I mean about, like, lackluster. This whole event. Is boring, repetitive, and much too long. They did certainly make the last meta, the northern meta, where the golem, the big jade construct, is fighting down below. That was way faster than it used to be. So, I mean, I knew that they had made some of the stuff a little more, let's say, streamlined. Are we done yet? We're almost done. Please, thank you.
That looks valuable.
Looks valuable.
Strong concentration is high, but not enough to explain the unusual hostility. Curious.
Great, nothing unusual. My nose begs to differ, but hey, fine by me. Back to camp then.
She'll want answers. Unless she tries to get us in over our heads, we'll protect the scholar, Sherpa. Let's go.
Bloodstone.
Titan Heatstone. Are those the ones that I think that was the one I needed, that I used for the... No, it wasn't. Something I only had one of, that I needed 30 of. I had to make them with the mats that I had. To make the, what was it, prismatic armor, I think?
I feel strong.
Each piece was selling for almost 30 gold in the auction house, so I just made it instead. So that was 150 points. Wizard's Vault points.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Another drained one over here. Oh yeah?
Over there, an active bloodstone shard.
Feel the
I
pain.
need to know what's stirring up the spirits. Let's read.
You can never have too much treasure.
want to blow it up in our faces.
One of my instruments is going off. I think we're about to have a ghost problem.
That feels good.
Clear them out.
Well, you know, we should use the char for killing ghosts. They do that all the time. I'll be really good at it by now.
Armored up.
There was something for one of the other one of the weeklies. Was for killing veteran mobs. So I'm going to focus on them where I can.
I feel strong.
I feel strong. Whoop, something hit me.
Eat my dust.
Wayfinder.
Rather hard.
The heart of the obscure. Can you neutralize it?
Will that destabilize the magic?
Standing. Barely.
Wow. Okay, something was continuing to tick and is continuing to tick now.
Help me, please.
Oh, thank you.
Looks thrilled to see us.
Eat my
Not
dust.
all ghosts and Jampier since
Urge
we were
to
hostile.
kill rising.
They've been provoked somehow.
Welcome back.
Res that person.
Feel the burn.
Res Sylvanus something.
Hey, Sia. If we make it out of this,
A new pattern
we're gonna have a talk.
I'd sooner fight the cryptids again than get killed for your research.
To kill. I feel
You'll be
strong.
doing that one for days.
My flames burn hotter.
We'll just keep shooting him. He's almost dead. He thinks he'll go for a walk.
I'm fading fast.
Ugh. So much for getting answers. It's dead.
Maybe. I heard some of the ghosts mentioned a blood
Now
fiend.
I shall break you.
What do you suppose that is?
Beats me. Won't let it go.
Ooh, peppercorn sous vide.
The ghosts
Steak.
observed around Sanguine Crater don't line up with our experiences here. Before,
I think
their
the only
behavior was
sous vide thing I've
solely
ever
attributed to their
had.
past trauma at the time of their sacrifice. But from what we've seen, the local
think it was veal?
wildlife, these ghosts, they're reacting to something recent, further in the ruins.
And you'd like us to just march right in there, I bet.
Commence
Yeah.
search
Is that it?
for
Was that the
ghost
medium?
names.
If there's something dangerous
Weekly?
in there,
No, that's
the rest
10
of our
events.
forces ought to know what.
Yeah, we're not even all that close to
Follow
the
me, then.
veterans. We're 32% of the way done with it.
Urge to kill rising.
Don't think we'll be getting that one tonight. Did they start moving? Not yet. You guys gonna start moving anytime now? There they go.
Had enough. I feel strong.
Isn't that where we're going? Supposedly in here, I think. That's what I remember. other people in here, so maybe I'm remembering correct, and the NPCs are just, like, dogging it. Oh, here they come, finally. They were dogging it.
Really coming along.
An audience. Come to watch as my sojourn amongst the dead reaches its inevitable conclusion.
Fascinating. The source of our ghost problem is another ghost.
Not just any ghost, louse. I am Manikaz, the blood phenom, prodigal son of... Oh, a familiar face.
I'm Anakaz.
You know this guy, Wayfinder?
Look, he was a friend of a friend. We hung out a couple of times.
Don't care who you are. Step away from the Bloodstone. This is your only warning.
Yeah, he did bring booze, so, I mean, that helped.
Even now, Dorda, Optimus Lazarus, I hear their impertinent words, stifling me, holding me back. No more.
That was not good. Yep. I hate knockdowns, knock-ups, whatever the hell that was, that are immediately followed by a one-shot attack.
Can we topple this thing first? Double time.
Nothing can save you.
Mow him down.
Feel the burn. Inferno!
Too strong to stay down.
Alright, almost there. He's broken. We hit him with everything we've got.
I don't have enough energy.
Mow him down. Smash him.
I need assistance.
Feel Grid's icy embrace.
I'll probably be calling it an evening after this fight.
Barely. Spectral
Rocket punch.
Watch where you step. Lightning bolt.
As I just find this entire map to be tedious.
You can't stop me.
A new pattern revealed. Strong. Urge to kill rising.
Can't breathe.
I can't do this alone.
A new pattern revealed.
Stand and fight. I'll remember this.
Wash the pain away.
Also, it'll be interesting to see if we get Engelbert Meow's much predicted appearance. Lycoticus. My money's on no.
They can't keep me down.
Can't breathe.
I can't do this alone.
Keep
Rippling
pouring
that
magic
double
into
drop
the
to
elemental.
the rescue.
Spilling over! Wayfinder, collect it and shield yourself against his attacks.
Collect it and shield myself. Sure, that sounds easy. What am I supposed to do? Collect it and shield myself. Okay, well, I'm collecting it, taking an enormous amount of damage.
Refreshing.
I nearly died. Thanks.
Spectral flow. Watch where you step.
Urge
To kill rising.
Hold on.
Let's see if we can res this person. We did. Because we're a good guy.
Strong. Rocket punch. A new pattern revealed.
Help me. I'm hurt.
Oh, jeez, I got knocked down again.
Survive.
I really hate CC effects that last that long.
Chill to the bone.
Get this guy up. Gonna try. Got him up. Yeah, I can see that one coming. It only filled up the entire game space.
I need healing. Seriously.
Take that. Mow him down.
Searing flesh from bone.
We should get it. We only have a little less than. Oops, we want to get out of that. A couple of minutes left.
That was too close for comfort.
Your construct is gone, Mercite. It's just you.
And I get the knockdown again.
Just. I think I am more than a match for a few sacrificial lambs.
Get up.
Yeah? What about them?
What? Get your hands off me, you insect! You... Oh. This will not be my end!
Nice gear.
Bye, Manacas.
Compared to that lunatic, I think I'm rather pleasant to work with.
Uh-huh. Sure, Scholar. Just
Yes,
try
I've
to
never gotten a
prioritize our
mini
own
barbed
safety
veil,
in the future.
and obviously not the chunk of pulsing bloodstone.
Point thoroughly made. For now, let's take a proper look around before we head back. A place like this
And
is
that
ripe for
continues to be the case.
documentation.
Let's head back to home base. Sell the junk in my trunk, so to speak, and call it an evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. As always, I am very appreciative. Tomorrow will be my 6th year streamiversary. As is tradition, I will be playing City of Heroes and drinking adult leisure beverages
Armored up.
to excess. So I want to thank all of you for hanging out, and those of you who've been around for a while, most especially you guys. Fat Body, 6 years. 6 years tomorrow. And then I'll be off on the 2nd because of the adult leisure beverages. And then on the 3rd, we get the last piece of content for Guild Wars 2, Janthir Wilds expansion. I'm playing that on the 3rd and the 4th, Tuesday and Thursday. Sorry, Tuesday and Wednesday. And then on Thursday, Dune Awakening. At long last. Lisan al-Gaib. So that's the plan for the week. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging. I'll be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand for City of Heroes, alcoholic beverages, and 6-year stream anniversary. Thanks again for hanging, guys. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Or possibly Sunday, if you're on the other side of the world. You know, in the future. Hope the future's better.